what's actually happening in education is a global emergency right now. We have those who are falling so far behind that it will be very difficult to bring them back up.
The once-in-a-lifetime novel coronavirus pandemic has affected every part of our society. One of the most under-discussed aspects of the story has been its effect on teachers who aren't listed under essential services in most countries. In Australia, where teachers are listed as essential workers, many are facing a salary freeze and in some cases forced to resign. Many teachers are also threatening to go on strike. In some Indian states, thousands of public as well as private school teachers haven't been given their salary since the nationwide lockdown was implemented in late March. In the Indian state of Telangana, things are so bad that private school teachers' salaries have been linked to how many admissions they can garner for their school, initially by making phone calls, and when the lockdown lifts, by going door to door. Many governments have bailed out struggling corporates, but not teachers. So why are teachers being left in the lurch?
The COVID pandemic globally has exacerbated the existing inequalities that already existed in so many systems. And some systems had been doing very well to close some of the gaps between students from underprivileged backgrounds and those from more resourced backgrounds. But what the COVID pandemic has done is it has exacerbated the existing inequalities in people's homes, access to technology, access to the internet, access to parents who are literate to be able to help with the schoolwork that's being now done in the home setting. And some of the insights that we can gather are from the field of emergency education, because what's actually happening in education is a global emergency right now. We have those who are falling so far behind that it will be very difficult to bring them back up, especially those on the margins, rural areas, girls, areas where people are under-resourced, and that's happening all over.
With no added benefits and lack of institutional support, teachers are struggling to do their jobs. In England, for example, nearly 4,000 substitute teachers are surviving day to day and haven't had work for months. Those who are working are having to do much more work as the world adapts to online learning. In developing countries like India, for example, teachers haven't been provided with laptops, internet connections, or any training. With so many teachers struggling to keep their jobs, experts predict that the COVID-19 pandemic is going to negatively impact an entire generation of students.
We need to come back even better. There were so many educational inequalities globally already before this, and they have been completely exacerbated by what's happening right now. So we need to come back even stronger, and that means engaging the global community, the United Nations agencies, the bilateral, multilateral donor aid networks, the Education for All, Sustainable Development Goals, all of those networks that have been pushing for educational access and quality and the right to education for all children. We need to push even harder to make sure that this pandemic doesn't reverse the gains of so many decades past.